Well, now that we know that the NFL knew about the Ray Rice tape, when it came out back in April, do we think that Roger Goodell should be fired or even he suspended or reprimanded of some sort?
I mean, the fact that Ray Rice's incident happened, Roger Goodell knew about it. I won't say he covered it up, but it's not good.
I mean, now we're starting to see this smoking gun in the room, and it's going to be interesting to see how it goes from here. But honestly, I think Roger Goodell is the next person out.
So do you think it's just a matter of throwing somebody under the bus and him just staying untouched? It could be, he said he did not see it. Somebody may have received it. I don't know who that somebody is, and if that somebody surfaces, I was not aware of it.
Yeah.
I think with any situation like this, with any type of business or corporation, there's always got to be somebody that has to pay for not handling it right.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's like perfect timing. It's almost like someone was sitting on it, just waiting.
Ready for
And
Steeler
now
Thursday night.
Here we
just
go.
in time.
Yeah.
You know?
Some of us saying he knew about the tape, others are saying he did not know about the tape. But it looks like when he went back and said, I got this whole thing wrong, and said, okay, now a 6-game suspension and now a 1-year suspension with a lifetime ban possibly, to me something seems fishy there.
He was initially praised for taking the penalty from 2 games to, a season, for second offense and indefinitely. I think he did that. That was good for him. But whether or not he's going to keep his job now, a lot depends on the political pressure. I think since he makes billions of dollars for the NFL, I don't think he'll lose his job. But he should.
I think he was starting to backpedal at that point. But I think maybe the proper thing to do would have been, in light of maybe a videotape that offered us more information or whatever, we reevaluated Ray Rice's suspension and made that retroactive. We're going to start with him. It would be the 6 games. I think that would have put him in a more positive light and made him look less shady, to use.
I just think if he knew if that tape was out at that point, you do the suspension indefinitely, because now it really looks bad.
But how can you do a suspension indefinitely if you just enacted a rule that your first offense is 6 games? I mean, that's absurd. I'm not saying domestic abuse is okay by any stretch, and obviously this is a very difficult topic. But the fact that domestic abuse, we knew he hit somebody. We knew he hit a woman, which is wrong. But to say that the rule was 6 games if you hit a woman in this context, and you knew he hit a woman, then it's 6 games. The fact
then
that
how did he get 2?
No, I agree.
The fact that he's suspended indefinitely now, how do you create rules and then not adhere by them?
But how do you settle on 2 if it's 6? If you're saying it's 5 when he did.
That's like me saying you owe me $5 and then come back tomorrow and saying I owe you 7.
This is technology age. If he knew that video was going to get out at that time for everybody to see, I think it would have been from the jump.
There were published reports this week that there are 56 incidents of domestic violence this year and only 13 games of suspension. That's not even 1 per player. That shows you how weak he was, presiding over all this issue.
Yeah, but I mean, some heads have to roll here, and usually it's going to be leadership, and if it's true, if it's fact that, the tape was sent to the NFL executive office.
Yeah, but even
and Roger Goodell did not get it, if he says he didn't see it, how is it that you have something that's so high profile in your top executive
not only he didn't see it, but no one else saw it.
The tape. Let's talk about the tape. Now, the tape came out, and a few months ago, Ray Rice's wife talked about the fact that they were to move past this. But once this tape came out, the whole thing went haywire, and it seemed like they'll try it all over again in a court of public opinion. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think it's fair to the Rice family, truthfully. What he did was wrong, but at some point I understand there's public and personal life, and people within the public life give up some of their personal life. But that fact that they brought this back out without them, that's not fair to them. It really isn't. Irregardless of what the NFL wants to do, it's not fair to that couple.
In the modern world, every football player, your life is only 5 years, basically, in NFL. And you should realize that and try to make the most of it from a positive point of view. In today's world of internets and iPhones and iPads and everything else, everybody knows everything that's going on, and it comes out immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that what this situation's going to do for the NFL and for the players is scare them. I mean, this situation would scare me as an athlete to make wiser choices.